Hello and welcome to the Language PSYOP Video Corner thing. I'm wearing my glasses today to seem smarter. Think, Pair, Share has to be one of the most common bread and butter strategies for all teachers that we have in our bag. For me, I know it's something I definitely use. Usually when an admin walks in my room and I want them to think that I had a really good lesson plan, so I just start telling my kids to think, pair, share. Look, I'm a great teacher. I use strategies. No, I'm joking, but only kind of. I want to talk today about, are you maximizing Think, Pair, Share to the best of its ability? Are you using this strategy in the best way possible? Because it is an effective strategy. In this study I found out of Indonesia, which was a meta-analysis of a bunch of different studies done all over the country, it has an effectiveness rating of 1.84 when used in ELL speaking samples. In other words, before you ask an ELL student to speak, if you have them think, pair, share first, it's 1.84 times more effective than the control group who did not think, pair, share. Or in reading samples, where you're answering multiple choice reading questions and you're having the kids think, pair, share on difficult questions before answering the question, it's having a 1.67 effect size on those reading samples. So I want to talk about ways that we can make sure you are improving your think, pair, share strategy, and not just doing it to do it, but doing it to its maximum ability. Number 1 and 2 tips together. Are you giving enough time to think before they pair share? It is called think, pair, share. Are you building a structure of time? I'm going to put on a timer now. 20 seconds of think time. As I look around, I should see you thinking of what you're going to say. Are you instructing them to think and building that time into the think, pair, share? Because I think a lot of us, maybe we just do the pair, share part. The think is so important. Secondly, when they share, are you attaching some kind of reward for sharing? For example, credit for participation. Do you do points on the board? Do you do, dojo points or house points or whatever? But giving credit or a small reward for that participation makes think, pair, share a meaningful activity in the young brain. Tips 3 and 4. Think, pair, share is excellent for multiple choice questions. It is excellent for when a class is trying to find an answer to something and doing it together, but it's not useful for multiple choice questions that can be solved alone. In fact, one of the best strategies I found when I was researching this is doing multiple choice questions with your class and doing a quick assessment of the class, showing you what they think an answer is, for example, using the finger method. And if you see that a bunch of students have the wrong answer, or maybe you can't see in the bottom here behind my camera, saying, I have no idea, that should be a trigger that it's time for a think, pair, share. If everyone knows the answer, why are we pairing and sharing? But if the students are stuck, then we can have a meaningful moment for them to share, talk it out. And you'll notice on the screen here, I also have some sentence stems, which we're going to talk about at the end of this video, to help them on how to discuss what their problems are. By the way, if you're looking at this video and you want to figure out what the answer to this question is, you'll have to come find me and ask me personally. I'm not revealing my secrets. And finally, tips 5 and 6. Think, pair, share is equally great for sharing opinion questions that don't have solid, concrete answers. But it's very important that it's debriefed. If we're sharing and not debriefing, then it kind of loses its purpose. Not only do we need to share with the pair, we need to share with the class. For example, coming out of a 9th grade ELA class, Miss Hannah likes to share her journals. And the students are really talking about vulnerable things in their lives and then getting together and having a little sentence starter script of how to have that discussion. Because how do you ask a kid to turn and talk about their experience? It's a little awkward. So using these sentence stems here can help that pair have a more productive discussion. So then when we share, as you see here, we can even share about what our partners are saying. This encourages listening, memory, and whole class sharing. And it takes the heat off of you because you're not sharing about yourself, but you're sharing about your partner. And finally, I want to talk about these sentence frames that you've seen in some of the slides, because if your think, pair, shares aren't going the way you want it to, throw in some frames. It's going to remove the cognitive load, decrease their processing time, and it's going to just help make those pairings and sharings higher quality. Look here as a I think, I see, I wonder. You want two students to do an I think, I see, I think, I wonder in a pair? Use a script. It's going to make it go a lot better. Here's something I do in my class where I'm having students work on vocabulary together. I actually show them this is how you talk to each other, and I give them an example of what it should look like. Here's what the script is. And when I give this script, it just makes the pairing interactions simpler, more fluid, and higher quality. So, are you doing Think, Pair, Share in the best of its ability? I hope some of